Bulvinakana, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The CEO and, of course, our vendors have spoken extensively about this project, and I obviously don't have much to say on that, but generally to make some general comments in respect of the Bainimarama government's focus in respect of modernization. With that, I acknowledge the presence, of course, the board members of Water Authority Fiji, the PS, the CEO, and of course our vendors from Australia. We obviously don't have any hesitation in engaging with Australian companies, notwithstanding your government's reaction to us. But ladies and gentlemen, and I think that is in fact demonstrative of the fact that the Bainimarama government holds no bars in respect of modernizing. We have, as you've seen in the past couple of weeks, the Prime Minister just on the budget day itself signed contracts with 3 New Zealand companies, essentially where we are outsourcing our roading works. For the first time in Fiji, you'll have companies that have access to modern technology, modern day usages, modern day international best practices, where they'll be engaging in fixing up our major infrastructure, apart from water, which is of course roads. Similarly, we have seen modernization with electricity also, where we are outreaching to the rural areas. As I was saying to some people just a couple of weeks ago, you know, we had for decades a group of people whose land was being used to supply hydro electricity to the rest of Fiji or Viti Levu, and they simply watched the power lines go over their villages, but they did not have access to electricity. Today they do, and that's only happened in the past 1 year or so. So water, ladies and gentlemen, is critical to providing not just a service itself, but improving the quality of life of people. There are many people, for example, who do not have access to water, or who have access to pipe water, but only intermittently. So the quality of life is not the same as you and I, where we wake up any time of the day, or hopefully don't sleep all day, but whenever we wake up in the middle of the night, in the morning when we go to work, when we come back from work, at the middle of the night, we want to use the bathroom, you want to use the sink, you want to wash yourself, you want to have a bath, your children want to have access, you want to drink water, it's always there. But that's not a fact for many people in Fiji. There's some places where they do have pipe water, but the water does not flow all the time. So the quality of life deteriorates. Part of modernization must equal to an improvement in the quality of your life. And when your quality of your life improves, you not just become happier or happy, but you in fact become a lot more productive. You're able to utilize your time more efficiently. If you do not have pipe water, you cannot instantly have a shower. You have to perhaps go and get the water from a bucket, or get it from the water by the roadside, or go to somebody else's house and get the water. It takes up a lot of time. So the quality of life improves, your productivity improves. So this is why it is critical, and this is why the Prime Minister in his 2013 budget announcement has said that we'll be allocating a lot more funding to Water Authority of Fiji. Some may consider it not to be highly significant, but it is indeed significant, given the fact that we have to spread our resources over a variety of areas. The point I like to highlight is, and as the CEO also mentioned, that we do have a tendency of seeing improvements only in physical, or what we call perhaps tangible things you can touch and feel as improvements. IT development, software development is not necessarily seen by some people as tangible deliverables, but it is critical. And I think the point to make is that with this system that has been developed for Water Authority of Fiji, it does give access to information at a finger click, because information means power. As we have all talked about access to internet, people have become a lot more powerful through access to internet. Similarly, within an organization, the CEO, the project managers, the people who are actually running the organization must have instant information, so they can make decisions instantly. So they're able to plan for the future. When you are able to plan for the future, you in fact ultimately end up saving money. You're able to better use the resources that's been given to you. The example that I used a couple of weeks ago was, I used the tourism example, that somebody said to us, why aren't you improving the funding for Tourism Fiji? I mean, although the fact that the Tourism Fiji has been receiving $23.5 million for the past 4 years is unprecedented. But the fact is, if people are going to spend their money not wisely, they won't get the best return on the investment. If you place an advertisement for a tourism package for the month of October, and you go and buy that advertisement spot in the beginning of October, the cost of that advertisement will be a lot higher than if you place that ad in January for October. The newspaper will give you a discount. The editor of Turanga magazine is here. If you can talk to him, if today you go and say to him, I want to place an ad in your magazine in 6 months' time, he'll give you a fantastic rate. But if you go to him 2 days before the publication, he'll sock you with a very high price. So it's how you plan and how you spend your money is how you can be able to stretch your dollar further. And this is all part and parcel of what is happening here today. And I think that is critical. There is no doubt that a lot more houses in Fiji, Fijian households need to be given access to pipe water. And that is something that is very much high on the agenda of the Bainimarama government. Similarly, at the same time, we need to be able to improve those utility institutions that are providing the specific utilities. In this case, of course, the Water Authority of Fiji. I look forward to the full implementation of this. I'd like to thank the vendors for the timely manner in which they've provided this particular solution. We look forward to a further collaboration with you, I'm sure. And also to thank the board for taking this initiative together with the management in implementing a system that perhaps has been something that should have been implemented probably 10 years ago. But as we say that in Fiji at the moment, we are playing catch up. The Prime Minister, as you know, also made a major announcement in the 2013 budget that by the end of the first quarter of next year, we should be able to access many government services directly online. So you'll be able to, for example, do company searches, title searches, registration of company, pay online by the end of March or early April. This is a very significant move. And I think the launch today ties in very much with the modernization project, in particular in the IT or software area, that Fiji does need to play a very significant part in catching up with the rest of the world. So congratulations once again to all those who've been involved in this project. We thank you for your foresight, your commitment to the project, and I'm sure it'll be beneficial to all Fijians. I wish you all a very good afternoon. Vinaka, thank you.